Hello, sweetums. Now that the sun's all the way down and it's dark and quiet, you know what that means, right? That's right. It's bedtime for my little princess. I see you've already taken a bath and brushed your teeth like a good young lady. That you've changed into your little pretty princess pajam jams. Daddy commends you. So does Mommy. She and I love when you do what you're supposed to all by yourself. It makes life more fun for all of us. Especially you. And your mother. I know what it takes to make her happy. Trust me, your old man knows a thing or two about romance. But let's not get you thinking about boys now. It's time to finish preparations and let the Betty Bye commence. Off to the princess's bedchambers. Okay, now let's get you tucked in, nice and snug. In your big, warm, fluffy bed, underneath those billowing sheets you picked out, with your old Aunt Emran's face all over them. You sure have unique and special tastes, but that's okay, because you're a unique and special little princess. Okay, are you comfortable in your room? Not too hot or too cold, are you? Too dark and quiet sometimes? Yeah, I can definitely relate. That's how it tends to be when you live in a palace. I sometimes had trouble sleeping at night when I was your age too for the same reasons. Your Aunt Lissa would especially get restless. Though, I guess that's how she always is. Why don't we open your window a little? It's a peaceful night out there. That should help put you at ease. Yes, it's safe. Don't worry your little head about it. All of us royals are guarded at every moment at all times, whether we like it or not. You know how Frederick is. I think I can speak from experience when I say you may have more to fear from Frederick than you would from any bandits. No, I'm teasing. Never be afraid to ask Frederick for anything. It's what he lives for. I already have him check up on you once in a while anyway. So, a good way to wind down while in bed at night is to let the mind breathe a bit, you might say. If you try too hard to relax, you might find yourself more awake. Just settle yourself and gently let your mind be. Maybe reflect on your day. The little things you did, the people you met. That's what Aunt Em did. And she was nothing short of a master when it came to being calm. Well, that whole thing aside, how was your day anyway? Keeping up well with your studies, I hope? Boring, is it? Oh yeah, that's the royal life, I'm sorry to say. We've all been there. Everyone, all the way back to the first exalt. Unfortunately, that's just the way it has to be. I went through it. Your aunts went through it. We can all relate. I really wish education could be more engaging. You're a bit young for a lot of hands-on stuff, though. And by the time you could do everything a royal does yourself, you probably will have graduated anyway. I suppose your mother's fortunate she didn't have to put up with such a slog in her younger days. Or if she did, it certainly wouldn't have been nearly as rigorous. Or did she have to? You know, I never did ask her much about her early life. I probably should. But either way, she's sure to have some advice when it comes to putting up with things. She always puts up with us, after all. Tell you what, I know how much you love sparring, and I know how much you've been wanting to try out the lance for a while now. So, how about this? Promise me you'll keep doing your best with your studies, and I'll show you a few lance techniques I know, as well as let you try one out yourself. Now, normally, I might not have you take up another weapon so soon, but seeing as you're already such a natural with the sword, I'd figure it couldn't hurt to start training you in another weapon type. Always good to be versatile in your arsenal and capabilities. Remember that. Anyway, whatever you do, you need to be challenged. And your old man could certainly give you a challenge when it comes to all things related to combat. Oh yeah, I can see it now. All that equipment we're gonna end up breaking. uh, what am I doing? I should be helping you calm down, getting you ready to go to sleep. But here I am getting you all excited talking about sparring and weapons training. You might not get any sleep now. And knowing you, you might not sleep until you get to pick up a lance yourself. Well, you know, frankly, and practically speaking, that's often how good negotiators get what they want in the real world. By going all in and not backing down and, well, not resting until the other party gives in to their demands. It's almost juvenile in a way, but it's certainly effective. I've seen it so many times. Hey, maybe this is a sign you're a natural negotiator. If you are, perhaps I should take you along with me whenever we meet with the surrounding kingdoms. It'll be a great field trip, getting to be a part of some of the main things royals do. I bet you'd love that too, huh? Ah, gods, here I go again. Perhaps I'm not as good at this as I thought. In fact, the thought of doing all those things with you gets me a little excited as well. Just all that you could do as a princess, making me and your mother and the entire Halidom proud. Your mother always loves to point out how alike she thinks we are, and it's in moments like these I think I can see why. So, I promise we'll do more together. But, before that can come to fruition, you first need to get some sleep for tonight, sweetie. It's getting late. Well, late. That's the time when princesses should be asleep, so they can wake up fresh, vigorous, and beautiful to meet any challenges facing the Halidom head on. So, let's make sure one more time you're nice and comfy under those sheets. What's that? You want to hear a story? Well, alright. Who would I be to deny you of something like that? But just a short one. Once, there was a princess who lived in a world ravaged by an evil dragon determined to destroy the world. Being the loving, righteous, and stalwart young lady she was, the goddess of her land let her travel to the past to prevent the dragon's resurrection, that she might save her people, family, and everyone she loved from such a dark future. And boy did she fight tooth and nail for it. It was a long, hard fight, and her journey took her and her friends all around the world. But through the bonds with her friends, and some incredibly fearless judgment, her future was saved, and everyone lived happily. You think it sounds familiar? Well, to you, it just might. It just might. And asleep just like that. Yep, story works every time. Good night, Lucina. Should get some sleep myself. Need to be in good health from when I fight alongside you in the fight for glory against champions from faraway realms. Gee, this chair is pretty comfortable. Better be careful I don't